did I end up in this party in the first place?
What the hell are we going to do?
We need to make sure nobody...
If you want to see acting that makes you go, yes, this certainly is acting, and those people on the screen are certainly actors. In a show where the writers can't decide if the school is called
City View College,
City View High, or just plainly high school, All of Us is the show for you. All of Us is a whodunit high school murder mystery created by Enioluwa Adeoluwa, whose name is misspelled in the end credits, by the way, and released on YouTube on the 1st of September 2024. Its release involved some unsurprising anyhowness, since it was delayed by 2 days for absolutely no reason, why Enioluwa made jokes about looking for his YouTube password online. The series opens up on the first day of resumption at the aforementioned school, and we see that Isaac, an obnoxious but unconvincing know-it-all that also doubles as the school snitch, is in the running for the position of head boy in his new class. Wakana is sponsoring the show, so within the first few lines spoken by Isaac, we have the obligatory
booked this trip out of the country on Wakana. It was so fun.
Very subtle, well played Eniola, very subtle. We also have Chinasa, a poor girl who joins the class this year. Oh, and she's poor because she had to ask her mother to buy her shoes, and she sometimes reads by candlelight, you know. It's a new school year, so someone in class is planning a resumption party, which I'm pretty sure is not a thing among secondary school students. But if I'm wrong, please let me know. The party is being planned at Ahmad's parents' mansion, and Elijah, the prodigal son of a preacher, is absolutely hyped about it. Oh, and by the way, there's an overuse of red tones in the color grading scheme of this show in such a manner that you wonder if there was something wrong with your screen. It's intense to the point of distraction because every other visual element pales in comparison, so it just gives the video a 2010 YouTube, quality. We were introduced to Leila, played by Tomi Ojo, another classmate and important character who is in a relationship with her teacher, Marcus. She gets into an argument with him because he refuses her invitation to the party later that night. Wisely, he questions the wisdom of being seen with her around her classmates, and the girl just explains it away that it will only be two of her friends present, even though she just said a moment ago that the whole class will be there. I had to check Leila's actual name in the end credits because many people, including her boyfriend, call her
Lila,
not Leila. There's a side story going on with Leila's mother where she's dating her ex-husband again, but is still keeping it from Leila until she's sure where things are going. The storyline wraps up within like an episode or two, and as it turns out that the guy is in huge debt and is trying to work his way into all her money one round at a time. Leila never intersects with any of these, so I don't even know why this storyline matters or is even in the show at all. It's soon party time with all these high school students who suddenly look like baddies in their mid-20s, and Elijah's drunk girlfriend wants to get it on in the bedroom. But I appreciated the subtext about consent when one is drunk, done in such a way that wasn't heavy-handed, as Elijah politely refuses her and leaves to get a glass of water. Against all logic and common sense, Marcus, the youth corps teacher, shows up to the party to please Leila, and by some strange editing magic, is immediately found dead by all the classmates, pretty much without any other preamble or anything leading up to it. That's pretty much how episode 1 ends. Episode 2 deals with the aftermath of the event at the party, which is revealed to us in flashbacks. But in essence, the schoolmates discover the body in a room during the party, and after some theatrics, conspire to dispose of it without anyone else at the party being the wiser. Not sure how long later, but the body is soon discovered by the police and an investigation ensues. There's something that bugs me here, and that's this principal or school owner saying,
are aware that the press is making him out to be a full-time staff of City View College, right?
Yes, ma'am.
When the news reports kept saying,
Where the body of a 28-year-old youth corps member identified as Marcus Barnabas has been discovered in a bush.
So is a youth corps not a full staff? I don't know where she got that from, or if that was from another version of the script. Plus, where's the news station logo? The movie turns into a sort of I Know What You Did Last Summer parody. Leila had taken the teacher's phone to hide some incriminating evidence of their relationship, and now the police are actively looking for it and with the password to his laptop. She hides the phone in the library and immediately loses it as Ahmad takes it for...
Leila, I was just trying to protect you.
It makes no sense. You are all persons of interest, and how did he even know where the phone was? That was really the most unbelievable part, saying that she hid it in a book in the library when no one was around. Everyone is behaving super tense at school, and Isaac senses something weird is up but has no leads. The police question all the students and come up with nothing. But they soon learn of Marcus's relationship with Leila and his attendance at the party through Marcus's flatmate. Now Isaac is hanging out at the library with his friend Victory, who is part of the conspiracy. When she leaves to pee, He intercepts a message on her phone asking her to delete the pictures of Mr. Marcus she has, and so begins to understand what has happened at the party. My confusion here is, what pictures would Victory have had of Mr. Marcus, their teacher? Like, who even sent the message? Was he doing OnlyFans as a side hustle? Did she snap his dead body? In fact, we later see that Ahmad seizes the phones of everyone at the crime scene to prevent pictures. So this is never explained, even when she comes back and sees Isaac with her phone. That's pretty much how episode 2 ends. Episode 3 begins with the whole gang finally confessing to Isaac, the famous snitch who has not done any bit of snitching now in 3 episodes. So the two things that we are told that Isaac is, which is that he's an intelligent snitch. We're basically just lazy writing to build a fake backstory. At the same time, the stakes are getting much higher for the preacher's son, Elijah, who doubles as the captain of the school team. He has been extended an invitation by a football scout, and the police investigation, as well as his father's refusal to give his blessings, now threaten it. The police, who now know of Marcus's presence at the party, begin to interrogate all involved. They know that he was there, but they don't yet know that he died there. Isaac gets everyone together and tries to understand who first saw the body and who called who into the room to establish a timeline of events. But here, the show tries to be clever by half by conveniently forgetting that Chinasa, the new girl, woke up a drunk Shalewa to see the body on the floor of the room. He instead started the list from Shalewa, and you immediately know that the movie is setting up Chinasa. By the way, in all this, she has been quite shifty, barely talking and staring blankly all the time, as if the show is practically begging us to suspect her. So it's being written incompetently, or she did it and they are just basically giving us the answer at the beginning. Isaac does a bit of thinking in the library and comes to a realization, and I must tell you, I have to show you what it looks like when Enioluwa is acting like he's just realizing something. Like, the over-the-top acting is just so funny. He busts into the classroom and accuses Chinasa of killing Mr. Marcus because she had no reason to be in the room at the time. She fires back by saying that she only came in to use the bathroom, and he responds by reminding her that every room in the house is en suite, meaning they have their own bathrooms. So she could have used the bathroom anywhere she was. We have some suspenseful music and everything just fades to black as the episode ends. Well, that was certainly a show. Yeah. It's a YouTube series with limited budget, so I wasn't holding it up to high standards anyway. And at least the acting and cinematography did get only slightly better as the episodes progressed, but it was mostly really embarrassing in episode 1, which should have had a strong start as pilot. In episode 2, in fact, we have different kinds of color grades and contrasts in the same in the show, and I suspect that the original film footage was bounced around many incompetent editors and at least one competent one, because it's quite obvious. In episode 3, there was even a part where they actually forgot to color grade the image. So it happens in 2 other spots, and that was surprising since I'd never seen that kind of oversight or mistake before. The story is super thin and cliche, but it is involved enough to make me mildly curious as to how the writers would try to dig themselves out of the holes that the poor writing has backed them into. I'll review the other episodes when they are released, so like and subscribe to stay in the know. Thank you for watching and see you soon.